we will now dissolve about 0.07 grams of the crude mixture, again in the same solvent. And if in case it doesn't dissolve, then you can add a scoop of silica gel to the solution, and then put the new solution in a 50 milliliter round bottom flask, rotovap it, scoop the salt out of the round bottom flask into the column, but you might lose some crude product. But that doesn't usually happen, so I hope that you don't need to rotovap. If you do, then you have to watch a video on rotovapping again, because we're not going to do this. Yes, we're going to watch your video. Ankid. It looks nice. Does it dissolve? Yes? No? Yes, it dissolves. Very good. Very nice. Very nice. So, by the way, this is a dummy compound. We're not using something real. I mean, it's still a chemical, but don't expect such a nice bright color when you're doing your column. You might get it, but you might not. And you add it carefully to the column, trying to make sure that you don't disturb the layer of silica gel that you created before. So you get this nice layer of sea sand, of the solvent of the silica gel, and then of your crude compound. If you would have to rotovap it, you would have a salt up there that is also dissolved in the solvent, but it would not be as much. You would lose lots of product. Now, the next step is to add an inch of solvent, which we already did. Did we? No. So we're going to add another inch of solvent on the top. Carefully. Very good. So what you want to do is just pipette it and let it go down the walls of the funnel. You don't want to put it in too aggressively. And then you start draining out the solution to the surface of the silica gel. And after you did that, you add solution until the product lies right on top of the surface of the silica gel. We kind of have this right now. And that product is called packing before running, and we're ready, we got it. Very nice. And now you fill the column with solvent all the way to the top. And now we are basically ready to run the column. But before you run the column, you want to have a clean test tube rack that are labeled with numbers. So we basically prepared the column, and now we're going to lift it up a little bit, because what we will do is we're going to let it run in 2 graduated cylinders. We have 1, and then we basically just run in 3 milliliter increments, and then we switch it out. Maybe the 3 milliliters change. The instructor will tell you how big the increments will actually be. Okay, so the column is running now, and it's going into the graduated cylinder, and after 3 milliliters we will fill it in the new test tube. You can use the pump carefully to push it out a little bit, but you have to be very careful with the pump, that when you want to release it, you just take it off without pulling it. Otherwise, you will end up having your solvent all the way up there. And we're going to demonstrate now what will happen if you don't use the pump properly, just for a little bit. And then you basically lose almost all of your column.